All right, guys. Again, like I said, just by way of introduction, Idofara is my name. I'm one of the top leaders in the industry here. I've had the opportunity to be in the space is over a decade. And honestly, I've been privileged to be mentored by one of the best in the industry. And by that, I had the opportunity to make multiple six figures in this industry, had the privilege as well to help thousands of people along with me to get into the tune of multiple six figure. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, I had this opportunity flew on my decks, and I was just going through this. I looked at it over and over. And I just realized that this is another opportunity for us to make something great happen again in Africa. On this call with me tonight, we have a host of other leaders, from Nigeria here with me on this call. Time will not permit us to begin to introduce ourselves one after another. I just want you to just hear what we have for you on the call. And by that, I want to quickly get out of the way of greatness and bring to you some of the top amazing leaders we have on this call tonight that are going to be sharing with us the vision of this amazing opportunity. Once again, if you're excited to be on this call, you want me to get out of the way of greatness, and you want to hear from some special leader tonight, let me see some fire emoji on the call again. Let's put some energy on that chat box before I do that right away. Before, for me, what we're about to let out of the cart tonight, let out of the bag tonight is something that I know thousands of lives is going to be affected tonight. I'm telling you, for me to say yes to this, or for me to say, I want to take a look at this with my years of experience, I'm telling you, these are the things that I know for sure will transform people's life. Now, before I get out of this way, I want to share with you why I said yes. Now, why I was with my mentor, he made me to understand. He said, anytime you have the opportunity of having something to take a look like this, evaluate it with these four things. And for me, these four things, they were all tick with this amazing opportunity. The very first is the timing of the opportunity. Timing is very, very critical, particularly for you in this space. You want to understand how you can have your own market share. And that is what timing is going to do for you. Now, if you've never had the opportunity to start like this, I want to congratulate you, because this is the right time for you, to be at the very, very start of, a billion-dollar opportunity. That is it. So timing is the very first thing. The second thing you want to consider will be leadership. Who are the people behind such opportunity? Because how far the company will go or how far the opportunity will go lies a whole lot around the people that is behind that opportunity. So I looked at those people critically weeks before I said, look, I think we're going to take this all over Africa and beyond. And the third thing will be the product and services that they offer. If you say a rookie, let me use that word, a novice come in, can they utilize this opportunity and make money? That's one critical thing you want to consider. So the product and services that we have here, I'm telling you, I don't want to brag, you get to hear them yourself. And the last will be, how rewarding would this opportunity be for me? Peradventure, I want to share this with my friends, family, and all of that. How rewarding, how aggressive would the comp plan be for me? So these four things were the things I looked at and I said, no, this is it for us. So without much ado, I want to bring right now on stage someone that I respect so much in this industry. I'm telling you, guys, I've been in this space now, like I said, it's over a decade, but working with this leader is a real privilege for me. So I want to let you know that this gentleman is someone that I respect so much in the industry. He's a veteran in this industry, guys, and for me, seeing what he has accomplished, I'm telling you, this is the first time I'm coming close to this amazing leader. Okay, sorry, please. I thought I just allowed you in right now. Let me do that again, giving you that. Yes, I just did that again right now. So this gentleman that I will bring up right now is someone that has been in the space of this industry. He's a veteran for 21 years in this industry as we speak right now. This man has had the opportunity to build back-to-back billions of dollars of companies today. Taking company to billions of dollars back-to-back, he has done this. And I can tell you by what I've seen, this man is someone that's in the network marketing. He's has attained Hall of Fame in this industry. And I know by everything, now this man has affected so many people's life. He himself being a multiple 7, 8-figure earner in the industry. He's married and blessed with 4 beautiful children today. And I tell you, the past 2 weeks, that have, taken time to study him, this man have not slept in his house. The kind of work ethic this man has is incredible. From one city to another city, helping people. And this is the kind of people you would like to be close to with, showing you how to earn, how to become a multi-millionaire. Without much ado, I want to quickly get out of the way of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, put on the chat box 77 as I bring to you the gentleman. I know that he has over 2 million, customers under him. Just in the space of 2 months, he has put over 25,000 people in this business. Just in less than 2 months, this gentleman has put over 25,000 people. Now put 777 on the chat box. I'm telling you, this is an amazing opportunity for us to have this gentleman to be supporting us right here in Africa. Please welcome with me, Mr. Kelvin Basera, as he takes the stage with this amazing launch today. Mr. Kelvin, if you're on the call, the stage is yours right away.
Hey, Iqonic, I'm very grateful to be here in your presence on this Zoom call tonight for this official Nigeria launch for Iqonic. I just want to tell you that it's also an honor and a privilege for me to be working with you. I also know your name in the industry and the things you've done in this industry and building teams around the world and inside of Africa. I've heard your name well before you joined my team. Even in my last company and the company before that. So I'm grateful to be teamed up with you. The goal here at Iqonic is to align all of the icons in the industry together in one place, in one company, where people can feel safe to work with each other and people can trust that company that they're going to build that billion-dollar vision that every company talks about. So I'm grateful to be here tonight for the Nigeria launch. I'm grateful for all of you that are on the call today. My job tonight is just to impress you with my story and to impress you with my vision, as I've done for the last 21 years that I've been in this industry. Right now, I am sitting in a villa in Phuket, Thailand right now. I have the beautiful ocean behind me. It's a place that I never thought I would ever be, but network marketing has literally taken me around the world over and over and over again. It's allowed me to have 4 fully stamped passports of the countries that I've traveled to and the thousands and thousands and thousands, I would say millions, obviously, of people that I've helped in my business, but I have friends on every continent because of network marketing. It's amazing, you guys. But I'm in Thailand today. I've been here for 4 days. We've met with almost 30 major network marketing leaders today, which was amazing. And tomorrow I fly to South Korea, where we have nearly 5,000 people that are pre-registered for Iqonic well before they've even heard our story, because they know what the types of leaders who are here at Iqonic, the corporate team we put together, and what we're going to build. And the same will be all throughout Africa and Nigeria, as myself and Abdullah and Manny Q and Idu will put together a plan of how we're going to build and scale throughout Africa and build one of the biggest brands and one of the biggest companies that we've all ever been a part of. So I'm excited about that. But a little bit about me before I get into the vision of this company. I've been in the industry for 21 years now. I'm 44 years old. My very first company, I joined when I was 23 years young. I was just a kid in this industry. A stranger introduced me to network marketing. He was actually my next door neighbor. And he told me about an opportunity to build a business, promote a product, to build teams, and to earn a passive income. And I thought to myself, what is this guy talking about? I'd never heard of network marketing. He started to talk about passive income. And the only time I'd ever thought about passive income was when people spoke about real estate and owning a big real estate portfolio, which was something I only envisioned myself having maybe in my retired years one day, if I worked hard enough at a job and I saved enough money to at least buy 1 property, maybe 2 properties to earn rental income. I didn't understand the power of network marketing at that time, but I would soon learn that it's more powerful than any business on the planet. But at 23 years old, I said yes to network marketing, not knowing what it was at all. It was a company called Monavi. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. And it was a health and wellness product-based company. And I simply watched what the successful people did in that company over my first 90 days. I attended every meeting that I could attend within a 3-hour driving distance of my home. Whenever there was a conference call, I jumped on the conference call and listened and took notes. And whenever I wasn't on a call or at an event, I was on YouTube researching the company, researching the products, researching the top leaders in the company and typing in their names and looking up their trainings or any speeches that they ever did. And I just absorbed all the information like a sponge. And in 8 months, I enrolled 37 people into my first company when I was 23 years old. Of those 37 people, 7 of them took the business seriously. 7 of them treated it like a business. 7 of them went out and spoke to people every day and set appointments for meetings every single evening. 7 of them worked all weekend long. 7 of them trained and onboarded their teams the right way. 7 of them showed up to everything and promoted everything. And in 8 months, my team grew to 4,000 people, and I became the youngest millionaire in my first network marketing company. I was still 23 years young, and I still didn't really quite comprehend or understand what I had just accomplished in this industry. I'm telling you guys, when I met million-dollar earners in network marketing, even when I was a millionaire, I looked up to them like they were the gods of the industry, like I had so much to learn, not realizing what I had just accomplished. And in such a short amount of time, I received an enormous amount of attention from my peers, from people in the industry who would call me and write me and ask me, how did I achieve success so quickly? What was it that I did that was so different than what they were doing? And I thought I was doing all the meetings. I was doing all the trainings. I was prospecting and inviting. I was showing the plan. I was confident in everything that I was doing. I believed in the product that I had in my hands. I understood the compensation plan. I had strong conviction and strong posture. People trusted me, and I became a millionaire. But the more and more people started to compare themselves to me, they started to think, well, why am I not a millionaire? Why did I not achieve success as quickly as Calvin did? And I started to look for a different answer than the answer I was giving them, the traditional, I work hard answer. And I started to remember back in my childhood and how I grew up. I grew up with a single mother, an identical twin brother, Brandon. I grew up with a younger sister. Her name was Amber. And we grew up very, very poor in government housing projects. We lived off of food stamps and welfare. We would go to the church once a month to collect a box full of free food in order to feed our family, which wasn't much. And when I was a kid, I was already at the bottom, so I had nothing to lose. The only thing I can do was go out and work hard to help my mom. And my brother and I, at 8 years old, would work in the neighborhoods, knocking on doors, washing cars, asking for errands we can do, asking if we could do chores so we can earn money to help my mom keep the electricity on, to help my mom keep the gas on so we'd have hot water. Anything we could do to help our mom. And at an early age, my brother and I developed a work ethic that most adults don't have when they're 18 or 20 or 28 years old. At 8 years old, my brother and I would spend every evening after school knocking on doors and working to earn money. Every weekend, from morning until night, knocking on doors, working to earn money. And we developed a work ethic that would really prove successful later in our life. And as we got older, my brother and I went to a private all-boys high school where all the rich kids went, and we worked 3 jobs a day to pay our way through a private high school so we can get accepted to one of the top universities in the United States. Because my mom's dream for us was to be the first educated ones in our family to ever get a great career and to buy her a home one day. So my brother and I worked 3 jobs a day when we were 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old. We were janitors early in the morning before school. After school, we participated in our sports practice. After practice, we worked at a gas station where we pumped gas into the vehicles. The mechanics taught us how to change oil and fix flat tires. We clean up the gas station garage after the mechanics went home. And then from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, we both worked at a restaurant where we sat people at their seats and greeted them when they walked into the restaurant. And every 2 weeks we would get paid, and we'd pay our school tuition with it. We did that for 4 years until we were 18 years old. And we worked so hard at that school because my brother and I had to pay for that school. We got the best grades in school. We were 2 of the best athletes in the country. We played American football, baseball. I wrestled and I ran track. And my brother and I received full paid scholarships for our university, a $250,000 education at the University of Southern California, one of the top universities in the United States, to play sports and for our academics. And we went to college for 4 years. We accomplished my mom's dream. We graduated at the top of our class. I got my first career in real estate and mortgage banking. And I knew nothing about that business, but I was the most teachable and coachable person in the office. All I did was look at the successful real estate people in the office. I listened to them on the phones. I watched them when they interacted with their clients. I watched how they handled objections when they were losing a deal. I watched them get the deal back. I watched everything and I took copious notes. But the most important thing I did was every time I left the office to go home, I would apply the things I learned in that office in the real world with people, with my friends, with parents of my friends who were looking to invest in real estate, who were looking to get financing for purchasing their home, who were looking to sell their home or buy a new home. And I became successful in that business. Made $150,000 my first year, $500,000 my second year, $1.6 million my third year. And then in 2006, the economy crashed in the United States. And I was losing everything. And it was at that time when I met that stranger that told me about network marketing. And he introduced me to that first company that I told you I was a part of, where in 8 months, I became the youngest millionaire in that company. So now reflecting back on my story, when people would continue to ask me, how did you become a millionaire so quickly? How did you do it in 8 months? My answer began to change as I reflected on my story and my past. And I said, it didn't take me 8 months to become a millionaire in network marketing. It took me since I was 8 years old to become a millionaire in network marketing. My work ethic started years ago to be able to get me here, to develop this millionaire mindset and this millionaire mentality. I was overcoming rejection at 8 years old when people in the business today can't even handle objection at 28 years old. So I wasn't afraid of rejection. I wasn't afraid of hard work. I wasn't afraid of talking to people and speaking to people and building relationships. Those were things that I had accomplished and worked on since I was a child. So I was prepared for network marketing when I joined this business, and nothing could stop me. This to me was the easiest business in the world, because outside of traditional business, this business was simple. It was just doing a few simple things over and over and over and over and over again until you hit pay dirt. It was finding and identifying a few people, just a few people on my team, to do those few simple things over and over and over and over again until they hit pay dirt. And I found 7 of those people. And 8 months later, I became a millionaire because 4,000 people entered my business. And over the next 10 years, I climbed to the very top of that company, to the top 3 in the fastest billion-dollar company in all of network marketing. And after 10 years, I joined my second company, because my first company was purchased by that company. And in that company, I brought all of the experience that I had in my first company, that second company, and I treated it like an entirely new opportunity with a newfound excitement and a newfound fire. I took my credibility and my brand, and I went out there and found other great prospects that would join my business. And in 7 years, I built a team of over 2 million people in 156 countries. I created a lot of the biggest millionaires and network marketing stars that you guys know today across other companies. I would say 5 of the top 20 network marketers in the world today were people that I personally enrolled in my 20s in network marketing. And now all of us are in our 40s, and we are some of the most successful names that you guys probably are friends with and you guys are acquainted with in network marketing. During 2020, COVID happened. The pandemic struck the world. People were forced to stay inside of their homes on lockdown. No one was allowed to go to the office anymore. No one was allowed to go to work. People were losing their jobs and losing their careers. Businesses were shutting down, and people were forced to figure it out inside their home. Do you guys remember that during COVID? People were forced inside of their home to figure out how to make money, to figure out how to make it work, to figure out how to support our families. And what I witnessed were companies in our industry that were changing the face of the industry. Companies that were bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue because of services, not products anymore. Service-based businesses were what this industry was about. The industry changed from products to services literally overnight. And if you wanted to be successful in network marketing, you needed to evolve or you would die. And I was someone who paid attention to that. I literally saw people inside of their homes learn the skill set of trading. They learned about cryptocurrencies. They learned how to trade stocks and indexes. They learned how to trade Forex pairs. These concepts they never knew before. They had the time inside their home to study them, learn them, and understand them. And people became famous because of that. Companies became forever changed because of that. The industry never went back to the way it was because of the pandemic. I saw people create drop shipping businesses by creating Amazon and Shopify stores and to create storefronts with products they didn't even have in their possession. They would sell these products for a high markup, sell them online, and then take that money and go buy them cheaper from another website and ship them directly to their customers they just sold to. What an amazing concept. And millions of people around the world's lives were changed because of that. I saw people take social media to a whole new level and monetize their brand and take their name and turn it into millions on TikTok and Instagram and all the social media outlets and really build and sell their brand on there. I saw the digital economy birthed because of the pandemic. And when the world opened up and it was time for everybody to go back to real life didn't go back to the way it was. People didn't want to go to the office anymore. The office was right here. This was the office. This was the office. As long as someone had an internet connection and a smart device or a laptop, they no longer needed to go to the office anymore. That was their office, and they can work anywhere in the world. They had skill sets that no one could take them anymore, and they literally could print money multiple times a day because of that. And that's what we have here today at Iqonic. I immediately recognized and realized I needed to change in order to change my life. And me and a couple of friends went and started a company with 3 billionaires in Salt Lake City, Utah. And our goal was to create the #1 company in the trading space and in the travel space, in the service space. And we did that in less than 4 years, created the #1 company, which some of you guys were a part of previous to Iqonic. We created the #1 company. Our goal was to attract the masses. Our goal is to create a name that everybody would recognize and want to be a part of. And we did that. But somewhere along the line, the vision changed, not for us, but the vision changed from the founders, I would say, of the company, where they decided, in my opinion, to trade in their values and principles for volume, to trade in all of the things that you should believe in creating a billion-dollar company just for revenue. And I knew that was probably the beginning of the end of creating a billion-dollar vision in that company. And immediately, I decided to keep my options open. And I was very fortunate to get a phone call from a friend of mine who I'd known for 20 years by the name of Brian McMullen. He's an industry icon. He's one of the top network marketers in the world. I would say probably the top 1, 2, or 3 network marketers in the world. When I met him 20 years ago, he was the #1 income earner in 4 companies at the same time. How many of you have ever met an individual that is the #1 income earner in 4 companies? How about 2 companies at the same time? I never have. The owner of Iqonic, Brian McMullen, is a unicorn, a real-life unicorn in the industry. He's never burned a bridge. He's always kept his name clean, but he's always been one of the most successful people you will ever meet in life and all of business. He's one of the most humble guys, and he cares about people. And even more than that, he cares about winning. He has more than enough money. He doesn't need Iqonic to feed his family or to feed himself for that matter. Iqonic for him is the opportunity to win big in the biggest part of this industry today. That's his goal. And he picked up the phone and called me and said, Calvin, I see what you and your friends have built over there at this company. And he said, it's a shame what I'm seeing now behind the scenes at that company. And he said, I'd love to give you the opportunity to level up your life and partner with me and build something you could be proud of and build a real, true legacy company. And he said that I would love to give you the opportunity to have a seat at the table, to have the decision-making rights in the company, to create the corporate team of your dreams. I will pay the salaries. I will be the financial muscle to invest in all the infrastructure for the company. You build it, I will support it because I believe in everything you've done. I've watched your career for 20 years. And he said, Calvin, do you remember the first time we ever met in network marketing, what you said to me? And he reminded me of what I said, a conversation when I first met him. I was 23 years old at the corporate offices of my very first company in Salt Lake City, Utah. He said, Calvin, you said, hey, hi, Brian, my name's Calvin Becerra, and I'm going to be the next Brian McMullen. And he said, you told me those words. And he said, it made me proud. And he said, I watched your career for 20 years. And he said, what you've done in 20 years, he said, I've never seen people do as much as you've done in the last 20 years. What you did your first year in network marketing, you did again and again and again for 20 straight years. I've never seen a network marketer work as hard as you've done in the trenches and have been nonstop. And he said, you're the type of person I'd want to partner with. And he named a few individuals that are some of the top individuals in network marketing, some that I've put in the industry. He said, I would never let him partner with me. I would never invite him to partner with me. I'd never invite her to partner with me or him to partner with me. You're the only one I would ever invite to do this with. And it's an opportunity I want to give you. And I thought to myself, man, what an amazing opportunity that I have. But I thought, why would I ever leave the thing I just built to partner with this guy to compete against the thing I just built that's number one? Who would do that? Who would be crazy enough to do that? Because I was one of the highest income earners in the company. I was bringing in an amazing income every single week. Why would I leave that? So I decided to talk to my wife about it. And my wife is somebody who believes in me more than I believe in myself. So I'm very fortunate to have a wife like the one I have. Shannon is amazing. She's a beautiful, God-fearing woman, and she always has my back, and she recognizes my potential even when I don't, right? Which is incredible. She said, do you remember when you were 23 years old in your first network marketing company? And you sat and listened to the stories of the owners of that company and how and as they shared their journey in network marketing when they started in their 20s, and now they were in their 40s and 50s, starting their own company, building a billion-dollar brand. And I said, yeah, I remember that. She said, that's you now. You've put 21 years in this industry. You're one of the top 10 network marketers worldwide. You've put your time in, and now you're 44 years old, and now you have the opportunity. Now the opportunity has finally come to you to be one of those guys now. Why would you pass that up? The real opportunity is the opportunity to work with Brian McMullen and build what he's going to build with you. Look what he's done in the industry. He's built companies and done billions of dollars in revenue. He's taken companies to the top. He's bought failing network marketing companies, merged them together, and taken them public to become successful. You have the opportunity to work with your friend. And when my wife said that, it spoke volumes to me. And I called Brian McMullen up and I said, Brian, man, I'm really interested in the opportunity, but I was still hesitant because I'm a human being. I was scared to walk away from such a big income that provides for my family, but I believed in what we can accomplish together. But I said, Brian, I'm willing to do this right now. I can't leave my company, but I'm willing to help you build one of the best corporate teams in the industry. I'm willing to do what companies do last, which is what they should do first. They should build an incredible corporate team and then build a field leadership team around it. That's how you build a billion-dollar company. Most companies, they start with the field. They lack a corporate team, they move slow, and they fail and burn out eventually. The teams have no support, there's no corporate structure, and it's chaos. And he said, okay, deal. I'll allow you to help me build a corporate team. And I immediately thought of the guy that was single-handedly responsible for building our last thing, for being the beginning of what would build our last thing that I was going to leave. And that was Manny Quinones. He's famous in the industry for what he's built with bringing trading and network marketing together and creating an incredible company that I would probably assume many of you have had experience in 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And he was the one that had actually agreed with me to help me start my last company. And he helped us to create an amazing platform at that company and take our company to number one. So my scariest conversation was with him first, talking to him about the opportunity I had with Brian McMullen and asking if he'd be willing to leave where he was currently at to fulfill a new vision that we had. And fortunately for me, Manny had the same opinion that I did about our current company. The decisions that were being made were throwing values out the window, trading principles for profit. And he didn't agree with those things. And he said, Calvin, this is what feeds my family here. This is my current occupation here. He said, but I'm open-minded. I'm willing to meet your friend Brian McMullen. I'm willing to have a conversation. And I knew that if he got on the phone with Brian McMullen, the rest would be history. We could build something iconic. And the name Iqonic hadn't been decided yet. I would decide that name later with Brian McMullen on a future conversation. But I had a conversation with Manny Q, and he'll tell you more of his story. And he had told me I'm open-minded. And he had a call with Brian McMullen. and the rest was history. Manny decided to jump in the water first, right? He decided to jump in the deep end of the pool first, or in the darkest part of the ocean first, right? The unknown before I did. He's one of the bravest guys I've ever met. And when he met Brian McMullen and he started putting pen to paper and putting a plan together, he started to assemble the best corporate team in network marketing. One of his first calls was Jay Bonham, one of the most well-respected traders worldwide in our industry. Jay Bonham was on board. He had several conversations with Brian. It took him a little while to obviously make his decision, but once he was in, I knew that was a huge key component to our business. And Jay is a guy that you'll hear from later, but he's responsible for managing an almost $100 million hedge fund. He's fully licensed in the financial markets. He's one of the smartest minds you'll ever meet inside of this industry. He has some of the greatest relationships with the best traders in the world, and his standards are so high because he wants a company that's going to be here long term. He's not going to trade in principles or his values for profits. He's only going to allow traders into this company who have real experience trading with real money on real live accounts that have a proven track record. He's not going to invite traders in here because they're bringing teams. He wants to build a company that's different, as he's told me time and time again. He is going to be one of the biggest reasons why we have so much success along with Manny Q. But those two guys are really the keys to the business. And then aside from that, we started to assemble an even bigger entourage of leaders on the corporate side with Ahmed Mukhtar, who is one of the top leaders in ACN. I've known who he was for the last 15 years. He left ACN to start his own network marketing company, a multi-million-dollar company, and he sold that company to join us here on the corporate side at Iqonic. Brian McMullen, as you see in the middle, and Manny Q to his left. Hua Bui is the head of our marketing team. He's the one that makes Iqonic look so sexy worldwide. From our branding to our marketing to our dashboard on our website and our email campaigns. He is the name and face behind multiple billion-dollar brands inside of our industry, and now he is solely here with us at Iqonic. Then you have Rob Baker. He just recently joined our team when he saw the all-star corporate team that we have here, and he's decided to come out of retirement to come here to Iqonic to build our travel platform. If you guys don't know who Rob Baker is, he's going to make this opportunity even better than it already is, because he is one of the individuals responsible for creating one of the most successful network marketing companies of all time. That had over $1.6 billion in revenue year after year after year after year with World Ventures. He is creating an entire travel concept and experience here at Iqonic that other companies are going to be scared of, that say they have travel. They'll be embarrassed that they say they have travel when they see what Iqonic has. And he is our travel president right now. And when you see our whole travel pillar attached to our back office over the next 4 or 5 days, you're going to be amazed and excited to be a part of that. And then we have Yvonne Tapia, who's also a global advisor here. He's a personal friend of mine for over 20 years. He was one of the first people that I enrolled in network marketing when I was 23 years old. He was a baseball player in San Diego, California. I enrolled him into network marketing, and we started building a business in San Diego and then across the border into Mexico. And for unknown reasons, the company shut down our Mexico operations, and Yvonne left to go continue his journey at the next company, and then the next company, and the next company. And he became one of the top one of the top 5 network marketing professionals in the world. He even surpassed my success in the industry. And now, for the first time ever in the last 15 years, me and him are finally reunited again in the same company. He's built a huge team across Latin America right now. What he's brought to our company is responsible for half of the volume and revenue in Iqonic. In 90 days, we've put in over 25,000 members into Iqonic, more than any company I've ever been a part of. So you guys should be proud. Watch what we do in Africa, starting from Nigeria. Watch what we do with the leadership on this call right now. Watch what we do with the corporate team and with the brains and minds of Iqonic. We thought of the name Iqonic because we wanted this name to ring around the world. We wanted, when people hear the name Iqonic, we wanted them to think of nothing but the best. An iconic corporate team, iconic leaders in the field, an iconic trading platform, an iconic travel platform, iconic products, iconic opportunity, iconic people. That's what we want people to know. And guess what? In less than 12 weeks, we have the entire industry shaking. Many of the world's top earners and many of the world's top companies are now coming to Iqonic. They're leaving their companies and coming to Iqonic, and many of those companies won't exist for very long. So I'm very proud to be a part of this team. I'm very proud to be a part of your team. I cannot wait for the moment that I get to go into Nigeria, into the African markets with you guys and build in person, one-on-one, face-to-face, in the hotels, in the meeting rooms, in the homes, in the coffee shops, wherever it is. I will be there. Me, Iqonic, Abdullah, Manny, Jay Bonham, we're all setting up a plan to be able to do that with you guys. But I'm not going to spend any more of your time. I appreciate you guys listening to me tonight, because the next person we're going to introduce, I'm not sure if Iqonic, you're going to introduce Manny, I think you are, but the next person that we're going to introduce, I want you to pay close attention to and listen to a story and to watch the opportunity we have here at Iqonic, because it's something that you will want to be a part of for the rest of your life. We are building a long-term legacy-based company. Every company says that. But what I want you to know is I would never leave the last thing that I just built to number one if I didn't believe that this opportunity would be that much better. I want to build a business with only good people and with people that I trust, with people that aren't greedy, with people that aren't going to trade their principles or their values for profits. That's how you know you have a long-term business and you guys can have trust and faith in Iqonic. So again, Iqonic, I appreciate the opportunity to speak into your life and your team's life tonight. I'm so excited about the launch of Nigeria. It's finally here. It's a country that I've never been to. It's a place that I've never been to. I've never built in the African market, but I know how great it is. I know how strong the entrepreneurship mindsets are of the African people. I've heard of the biggest markets being built in Africa since I've been a part of this industry. So I can't wait to be a part of it. Wait to be a teammate and a family member to you guys. I look forward to it. So again, God bless you guys. Let's build something huge. Let's take Iqonic to $1 billion brand, because that's all I know. I've only been a part of $1 billion brands. I'm not going to ruin my track record. We're going to win, and we're going to do it with Africa. So thank you, Iqonic.
Awesome. Calvin, I think you are in the best position to introduce Manny. Please go ahead and bring on stage the next speaker, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I told you a little bit about Manny Q. He was the first person I spoke to when I had the opportunity to partner with Brian McMullen, obviously followed by Jay Bonham, who you're going to have the opportunity to listen to later. But Manny Q is a close friend of mine. I remember when I met him for the first time in Dallas, Texas. I went there to get his advice. I went there to pick his brain about a company they had built that had done billions of dollars in revenue, also a company that Jay Bonham was a part of. But I just wanted to get a few tips. I wanted to get his advice of how to build a platform similar to that company's. And within a week, I had his friendship, I had his trust, and he bought into the vision of this new company we wanted to build. He left his income to take a 50% pay cut to come to the next place to build a vision with me. And we built a company together with some incredible people to the number one in the industry. And then he trusted me again to come here at Iqonic. And in 12 weeks, he's seen our company do in 12 weeks what his company, what our last company couldn't do in the last 4 to 10 years. But Manny Q is a guy that has all my respect. He's a guy that has respect of the industry. He's one of the most well-spoken guys. When you put him on the platform to speak about Iqonic or any business for that matter, he will do the job to the A+ rating. He's a husband to his beautiful wife. They live in West Palm Beach, Florida. He has 4 beautiful baby girls, 4 beautiful daughters. So he's a girl dad. He's just a great guy with a big heart, and he's God-fearing. That's even more important. But he believes in this company so much. He works 24 hours a day, as does Jay, as do I, to take this company to the top. You're going to witness a corporate team that is unlike any other corporate team in the world, any other corporate team you've been a part of. So now let's get ready to introduce my good friend and brother, Manny Quinones.
All righty. Absolutely amazing. So Calvin, thank you so much for having me here. Hopefully the lighting is not too bad. Let me try to update that for you guys. No, there we go. All righty. So how's everyone doing? I'm so blessed, grateful, and excited to be here. First off, just want to pay homage to those that come before me. So Mr. ID, all the leaders that are in Nigeria, in Africa, we thank you guys for having us here on this call. We're so excited. We celebrate you guys, and we're looking forward to the massive success, because Nigeria, in every country and every company that I've been in over the last close to 15 years, Nigeria has always been one of the largest and strongest markets. So we're incredibly excited to be able to partner with you. And for all of you guys that know me from some of my previous companies, I'm very excited to be able to be back here, be back in alignment, get back to the vision-driven mission of helping our customers earn money in the financial markets, unlocking the skill sets, ripping them away from these scammers and these fake gurus that are taking their money. We want to be able to build a company on trust, a company on transparency, a company that is all about delivering quality and results. So with that being said, let me get ready to jump into this today. I'm going to walk you guys through some of our service offerings that we have here, and I'll also introduce our DOE. He'll help me introduce some of the digital services here, and you'll hear from him in a moment. Now, for those of you guys that don't know me, as Calvin said, I'm 37 years old. I'm married to my wife. I have 4 children. They're all girls. Alrighty, so I have to work really hard, okay, all of the time. And we're currently on this Asian tour. Right now, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, our time. But we are here to be able to showcase these amazing products and these amazing services to you. So first and foremost, as Calvin was talking about the corporate team, every single person that you see on our corporate team has experience and has had a hand in developing a different billion-dollar company. So we have taken some of the best executives from the travel space, some of the best executives from the trading space, and some of the best executives from the product space to be able to come together to create a true company that makes sense, a company that is by the customer for the customer, a company that is by the affiliate for the affiliate, right? A company that's going to work tirelessly and relentlessly, not to be able to be better than anyone else, but to be able to be different, to be able to break into markets, to be able to provide, as we said, real education, real technology, real results, because we know that there are real people on the line that want to learn how to trade. They want to learn how to have access to new skill sets. There are, over 50 million people that are doing Forex trading, over 400 million people that are doing cryptocurrency trading, and they don't have access. They're not able to be successful because they don't have access to the right tools. They don't have access to the right mentors, right? So everyone that is associated with our company are people that are well off in life. This company is born on one idea, and that idea is legacy, because there has to be a company that's going to stand out. There has to be a company that's going to be for the people, and that is going to be this company. So I'm really excited to be able to be here and get involved in this. So I'm going to share some stuff with you really quickly, right? First and foremost, if you guys are going to be involved in Iqonic, I want you guys to truly understand what it means to embody Iqonic. Iqonic is a brand. It is the fullness of a brand. Okay, we want everything that we do, we want to be iconic. We want to have iconic results and iconic lifestyle, iconic mentors. Everything that we touch, everything that we do needs to be iconic. And at the heart of Iqonic is the IQ logo. And IQ represents intelligence. We want to be an intelligence company. And in the heart of our IQ is the core of our logo, which is our Q sign. And our Q sign here, you will see an upward eagle. This eagle represents elevation and represents growth. It's symbolic for what you should want over your own life. And this is why our company's tagline, our company, is a call to be able to rise above ordinary, to be able to do more, see more, be more, and explore more with our company. Coming to the Iqonic lifestyle, I want to say this. Our company is here to build a better entrepreneur. Now, why do we want to build the better entrepreneur? Why would you want to be able to build the better entrepreneur in your community, in your family, within your legacy? Why would you want to build better entrepreneurs? Guys, it boils down to 2 simple facts. 85% of people wake up completely unhappy with their job. We know that the heart attack rate increases every Monday because people get up and they do not want to go to work. They are not happy with life. They are not fulfilled with life. And that's what we want to do at Iqonic. We want to be a company. We want to be a people. We want to be a community that doesn't take away from you, but a community that adds to you, that gives you purpose, that gives you fulfillment in all of the different areas that we have in our company. Okay. And the reason why we're growing so fast around the world is because we know if you are 25 and older, 64% of people that are 25 and older right now are actively looking for a part-time income. They're looking for an extra income because they're not bringing enough money home. 25 and younger, 95% of people are looking for an active, to be able to build a new skill set and an active income. You know, something that I've learned from my travels, I travel to many countries, many continents. I've met many, many people. You know, sometimes I will see the people in Africa, they'll think that they're different from the people in the Latin regions. And then the Latin regions will think that they're different from the people in the European regions. And then the Europeans will think that they're different from the people in the Asian regions. And what I found out is that there is one thing that unites all of our people, and that is the need to be able to provide for our family. We want to be able to give you guys a real skill set, right? If you are already trading, we want to be able to improve your skill set, give you the tools, give you the technology to finally win. That's what our company is built on. So let's get into this. We have three main pillars, which is our education. This is the heart of our company. It's to build the better entrepreneur, to give you the skill set and the technology to earn an income. Our wellness is so you can not just, you know, get paid good. It's so you can look good, you can feel good, because health is wealth. And lastly is our travel portion, which is a very important service. And it's not one that we're selling, it's one that we are experiencing here. Alrighty, so let's actually jump into the core of our company. I'm going to introduce our DOE very shortly. So the heart of our company is our IQ Academy. And many of you guys know and understand what the IQ Academy is, right? This is our online e-learning portal, our online school where you're going to get access to our tools, our technologies, our live streaming, our strategies, our scanners, our copy trading technology, and more. It's all here under IQ Academy. We first start off with our IQ Center. Now, the IQ Center, this is our online school. This is where you get access to our academy. And you guys know any new person that's coming into the market, they need access to a high level academy. If they want to go from point A to point B, from zero to hero, right? They love the idea of day trading, but they don't know where to begin. We want to give them a solid professional foundation, which is the academy. You could see here that we just put up some brand new academies over here. I want to show you quite quickly. We've put up some very high level beginner academies where your members can come in and learn all about the market step by step by step by step. Alrighty, this is going to include 13 different trading modules for your new people. So you have the confidence to say, hey, we have a professional online academy that you can learn from. Then we have our live sessions and our courses. Okay, so our live sessions, this is where you get access to each of our live educators. Now, our DOE, our Director of Education, Mr. Jay Bonham, who you're about to hear from in maybe about 2 to 3 more minutes, alrighty, he's an integral part of our team here, right? He is a licensed fund manager. He's managing close to $100 million. He has an absolute phenomenal track record, one of the most well-respected educators and traders within our industry. And he holds the standards and he gates the doors for every single educator. Every educator that is on our platform is vetted, is verified. They have proven profit systems, right? They earn money on live accounts. That is the only way to qualify for an educator. So you never have to wonder, who am I going to tune into? Who am I going to learn from? Each and every single one of our educators have proven profit systems. It just matters, who will you choose to learn from? And that's why we're so excited to be able to, you know, start officially partnering with Mr. Sheriff, who's been a phenomenal educator. So Mr. Sheriff, thank you for your partnership and your trust with us in this company as well. Now, if you come to any of our educator profiles, okay, some of you guys might remember the Iqonic Orin Wright. Okay, you're able to watch their live streams, interact with them in the live session. you're able to access all of their courses, which is a big part of our product offering here, because we didn't want to just provide replays where if you miss a session, you can watch the session. We wanted each of our educators to create a masterclass so you can learn from them directly. And that makes our platform so valuable, because you don't have to go to YouTube and you don't have to go to Google to look at 50 different mentors that want to charge you 50 different prices, that probably live in their parents' basements, that have falsified results on a trading screen, that is more interested in grabbing your paycheck than teaching you a skill set. What we're teaching is skill sets. You also get to get access to their live streams over here as well, pardon me, their live feed where you can interact and connect, and they can give you their updates in real time. You can get access to their ideas in the market. These are the manual copy and paste ideas that traders highly search after, right? They do the work, they perform the analysis, and they have an opinion. And they provide that opinion right over here in the market. And if you are in agreement with that opinion, you have those three magical numbers: entry, stop loss, and take profit, there at your discretion. And you could also take a look at their insight. The insight is an educator's analysis. What could the market do? What could this pair do? So you get this from each and every single one of our educators. We've created a robust ecosystem for the traders that want to trade, that truly want to be able to learn the skill, that want to dive deep into this. They have the ability to have access to the tools and the technology that they need at IQ Center. From there, that goes into our IQ Social, which is our mobile app. Our IQ Social is where you can follow any of the educators. It's our entire desktop platform in a mobile app. You can follow our educators, get access to their post in real time, and also, pardon me for my slow internet connection, and also get access to their ideas in real time as well. And you can easily copy this right over to your particular chart. And then from there, we also have access to our IQ charts and our IQ sync. So this is where I'm going to get ready to bring up Jay. Jay has been a big part of the IQ sync. He's very hands-on with this project here. This is a phenomenal software that I believe that we're going to shatter records in the industry with this software that we have here, with the team that we have in place. So he's going to talk to you guys a little bit about IQ Sync, and you can also get access to our IQ charts. Guys, this is our custom charting platform where you can get access to TradingView in real time, right? You can get access to, have to go to some of the different pairs. You can get access to all of the different markets, live data feed available for you. You can save all of your charts at unlimited indicators and save cost from TradingView. You can access all of your markets. You can access the educators' insights. So as they trade, so if Jay Bottom is on a live session, if Ricardo's on a live session and they're doing the markup, you can actually copy their markup directly to your chart, creating this intimate experience. And Jay Bottom has been able to bring two amazing strategies to our company, which is his strategy kill shot and bullseye. And this individual here, Jay, I'm going to get ready to bring you up right now. This individual here, we have worked together in 3 companies. I have witnessed multiple leaders be able to achieve the rank of ambassador, which is the $100,000 monthly income, simply leveraging his strategy, simply leveraging his live sessions 5 days a week for the New York Open. You know exactly what you're going to get. You can show up, be professionally trained, and access the market with Jay. Access him and his strategies and his tools on IQ charts. Access his results and his team's results on IQ Sync. So let me quickly bring up Jay here so that way he can introduce himself a little bit more to you guys and walk you guys through some of the additional services that we have. So Mr. Jay Bonham, could you take the floor for us, brother?
Yeah, of course, Manny. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. I see some familiar names here. Of course, I was part of that company that Mr. Sheriff was in as well. We were part of that company together. I was actually number one, number two educator on the English side for almost a year and a half. So yeah, we built this program and we've done some amazing things. So one thing I want to talk about here before we get into sync maybe a little bit. We'll talk about the app and what's possible with it and what is actually because of Africa and because of some of the things that we're going to talk about, what we'll be able to bring to Africa, which will be kind of our version 2, is going to be something pretty crazy. So first off, let me talk a little bit about the vision for the education space. Now, we've all been a part of, a bunch of us here were in this previous company, and Manny and I and Calvin all worked in the company that we all came from previously, is that we wanted to create an education space that was different. That previous company that I was in, when I got to the place of actually becoming a professional educator, I was told I couldn't. It's something that really sat with me, just because of legality reasons and the problems that this company had been in. They told me that I couldn't do that because they figured it was going to open them up to other issues. And the one thing that really sat with me was, why would a company of any sort want an educator that wasn't a full professional, that wasn't actually doing this, that wasn't actually, doing this for real and trading for real and teaching people for real and making money for real? Why would a company want that? And so I really started to see maybe some of the holes in how this industry provided its education, how they created this space really based on volume rather than based on value. And educators are a product. We need to be the best of the best. You want to have the best product, you got to have the best educators. That's just the deal. We are the product of a trading company. With educators who teach you to trade are the number one product in that company. And I realized that the standards really got blurred when it came to maybe a leader and volume and all those things, right? It really got blurred. So when I decided to become a professional trader and I started trading for this hedge fund and they told me I couldn't, I was like, well, I'm going to go be a professional. And I'm sure there's a company out there who truly wants a professional trader to be an educator. And so, when that started to happen, I realized that there was a real big space in this industry to just create the best of the best. And it wasn't really a hard thing to do. It's just that most of these companies were not motivated by value. They were not motivated by the results of their traders. They were not motivated by how many 7-figure traders. Just so you guys know, 30 days ago, I cracked my 27th 7-figure trader from nothing, from $1,000, $1,500 account. Some of them been with me for 3 years, but I cracked my 27th 7-figure trader that I've taught how to manage money and capital, because that's my job, because that's what I came here to do. And as educators, we need to be held to those standards to ensure that our standards are passed off to the people who are on our call. And so that hole I needed to fill. I needed to do that in order to create a space where I knew that people could win and people could come and actually learn how to be a long-term professional trader, because that's my job. And I needed to find a whole bunch of other people who wanted to do the same thing. And all I had to do was create those standards that every company said they were going to do and actually hold people to them. And the one thing you'll know is that I've had a few people come in here now, really big leaders come and just test our products for a week or 2 weeks. The same narrative happens, that they have never been in a space where all the educators have the results they do, that anybody can get on with any educator and win. And the goal was here that not everybody had to be with me. The goal was that every educator could provide value for their group and hold themselves to those standards so that they could truly be the educator they were supposed to be, so that I knew that the standards they were holding themselves would also help the customer hold themselves to those standards. Because a lot of people come into this space looking for fast money, and unfortunately, That's not what trading is. Trading can fast money happen 1000%, but that's not what trading is. Trading is long-term profitable trading strategies. The ability to lose and win, create profitable trading every month. At the end of this month, this will be 50. 50. I haven't had a negative month in over 4 years. That doesn't mean I'm having huge months. Maybe they're 0.5%, maybe they're 10, maybe they're 11, maybe they're 6. I haven't had a negative month in over 4 years. 50 months. And that is the standard I want to create for our education space, because I believe that this industry got saturated with educators who were truly network marketers pretending to be educators instead of educators doing what they do best. And because of that standard, we have now created every language, every market we're in, we have that educator that can provide that value. That I know somebody comes in Portugal, I have an amazing educator with an amazing record, with an amazing strategy that can teach people to win. Somebody comes in Latin America, I know that the educators are trading, doing what they say. They're not doing all these other options and things that might not be the best way for people to learn how to trade long term. They're doing it the right way for the right reason so people can learn. I know, because I have watched really, really high level network marketers build a whole business off of me. I have no problem with it. That's my job. My job to come here was to provide that value so a network marketer didn't have to worry about it. They're just like, I'm just going to put them on with Jay. I'm going to connect them to Jay. I know if they go on with Jay, they have the best chance of success. And when you start to create that success, it becomes contagious. It becomes contagious in the networking. It becomes contagious in the trading, and it spreads like wildfire. And then what happens is you find all these other amazing traders that are coming up with this energy and strategy and learning and winning, and you get to provide a space for them to provide value as well. So this is not the same education space. This is not the same as any other company. Everybody's vetted, everybody's held to those standards, and I'll tell you, Manny can attest to this, that sometimes people call me a meanie, and that's not because I mean, it's because my job as the director of education and a leader and a coach is to set standards and help people get to them. Because once I can teach them how to set those standards and get there, they will hold those standards for everybody else and they'll go teach others. And in trading, standards are everything. How you control your emotions, how you follow a strategy, how you win and lose. And anybody can ask, because I can prove it. You know, one of the number one scanners, I am the number one scanner in our other previous company is here with us now, called Killshot, which may just show you. I have a secondary strategy that's personally made by me that's called Reversals. That's also getting launched up on our IQ charts. Okay, now I'm going to transition that into what's really crazy and something that will get you guys super, super excited for Nigeria and Africa. Okay, is that when your educators are that good, everybody wants their trades, right? Everybody wants to use educators' trades. How do we trade like you? How do we get your trades? How do we do that, right? We all know how many people have been in some of these Telegram signal chats and all these things, and you're not sure. I will tell you that the people that are sending signals on our app are there because I tested them, because I made sure they were good enough, because I knew that if I put them on the app that they would provide value. Now imagine being able to just connect your broker directly to those educators that I made sure were the best of the best. Imagine how that would be. Imagine being able to just, with one notification on your phone, pops up, you can press one button, swipe it, and take the same trade as an educator in your account. How that would be. And the problem is, with most of these other companies, and lots of these other companies have apps. They do. But for two major reasons, they don't do well. And that's because they don't actually have the traders to keep people winning long-term on the app. They just don't. And I made sure, because I've lived it, I made sure that the educators that were here and the signal providers that were here were the best of the best. And now they are coming. Not only have I created the ones that are here that are already kicking butts, I have a lineup. I have a lineup of people who want to come and take our trades. It is on. The app is working. Trades went out today. It's running. You could literally be signed up today and connected to this app and be taking trades tomorrow. That's how fast you can get into this. Okay, it works. You can connect your broker. You can actually control your risk and set it to automated risk, so you don't have to do it every trade. You can just say every trade I take, I want to have 2%, automatically set, bam, connect it, boom. Grab you through. We engage, we swipe, we confirm, and we're on. Okay, says you get success, and that trade is not only taken in your MetaTrader that's connected, but it's also managed by the trader. Now, a lot of these apps leave that up to the customer, right? You get a notification and you're like, oh, hey, I closed mine in profit. And then you're like, oh, I didn't get that notification. I go back to my app 2 minutes later and now it's a negative, right? I know this because I lived this with the previous company, right? I watched it happen. Our app, your trades are managed by the trader. So if an educator closes his trade, closes in yours. If it moves his stop loss to break even, yours is break even. If it hits a loss, it hits a loss. If it hits a TP, it closes in yours as well. The only thing that you have to do is swipe the trade. You swipe the trade, it's automatically in your account. The rest is done by the educator and the trader, and you don't have to do anything else but sit back and watch him trade, him or her trade. Okay? Now, this is where things get crazy. We got some work to do. Manny and I get a few things through regulations sorted out here because we're a U.S. company. Get a few regulations sorted out. But in Africa, imagine a company that could offer full automation. Now, I mean being able to sign up. This is something we don't have any promo materials for it yet because Manny and I are literally in the process of working it. But in the next 30, 60 days, this will be our version 2, where you can literally KYC, sign up, connect your broker, and just select the trader that you want to follow, and his trades go in your account. They just go in your account. Now, imagine a trader like me who's had 50 straight profitable months. You can also manage your risk if you want. You can turn your risk up because I don't risk a ton. I just take what the market gives me. Imagine if you could just check the box beside my name and take the trades I do on my MetaTrader. You don't have to do anything else. KYC, you sign it, bam, you're connected, and you just watch me trade. It's just connected on the back end. Now imagine that version. There is no company in this space, first of all, and Manny knows me, I'm very humble. Sometimes I get excited, that has me. There's just nobody else has me. And when you get to put me on that app, you'll get to attach to me automatically and just take the trades I do. And when I'm managing almost, I'm just crossed 90 million, so I got 10 to go, but I'm pretty close to managing 9 figures. So you put your $500 account, you put your $1,000 account there, you just make your money. You can go and adjust your risk after testing me for a month, be like, wow, this guy wins so much, I'll crank my risk up. But imagine what that will do in this industry. Nobody does that. Nobody does it. And that's because we are going to work on being fully regulated in the US market. No company has been able to do that either. Our app provider and our devs that we work with already have that done. We just have to go through some things and get that set up. So imagine being fully compliant to be able to provide this globally. We will be able to give Africa the ability to be hands-free, go build a business, let my trading make money. That's our job. And be a part of something that is literally going to take over this planet. There is no company in this industry that will be able to keep up with us when we launch this version of the app. They will be so far behind. They're always going to be asking how they did it. How did they do it? How can we do it? How can we find out? We will be that company. We will be the Apple of this industry. Where they're like, how do they do that? How do we find them? How do we do that? We will always be the best of the best because we have Manny. Now, I'm going to give Manny stars before I send this back to him. But Manny's oversight on the products, how they work, the standards he holds on how these things, everything you see in front of you is Manny. Manny makes sure it looks the way it's supposed to. It works the way it's supposed to. He is the guy who is on front of this products. So I'm super grateful to have him because then all I got to do is go in the background and make sure it works for the rest of us. And the partnership that we have with Calvin, he's the best networker I've ever worked with. And I've worked with some big names. I've worked with the Alex Mortons. I've worked with Matt Roses. I've worked with Daniel Fires. I worked with them all. I have never worked with somebody who works like Calvin. I have never worked with somebody who works like Calvin, and I've never worked with somebody who cares like Calvin, which in my opinion is more important, because every other one of these big network marketers are all looking for their paychecks, how they can make the most money, and they forget that this business is built on people. This business is built on how you care, treat, and the success of the people in this company and in this industry. And most of them get to this place where they're big networkers and everybody just becomes a number. That is not the company we are. By the people that you're surrounded with, the people that are leading this company, you guys are in the right hands. And I'll tell you guys, the only reason I came to another network marketing place, because I was going to go and just trade and live my life. The only reason I came here is because we all agreed that's what we were going to do. That we were going to be the place in this industry that was different. That was done right. That was done with value and customer service and care. They said we're all in on that, and I said, okay, I'm coming. I'm all in too, and that's what you guys have to. The best corporate team in the business. There is nobody like us. In 90 days, we have done more in this company in 90 days than I have done in any of my previous companies. Rebuilding LMS, building an app, have our own charting service. The previous company I was in said they were going to have their own charting service for 3.5 years. Never happened. The previous company I was in, I literally was on devs 3 times a week to try and teach them how to make that app work. Bam, here. 20 days in, app works perfect, and the dev is on point for all of it. We are just getting started. You are coming at the right time to be inspired, get connected to the right people so you can build the right life. And with that, I'd like to pass it back to Manny. Manny, take this thing over, show them the rest of these products. Thank you guys for the time, and I look forward to seeing you on the lives.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Jay. So excited to be partnered with you guys. And listen, if you guys are fired up on this call, you guys can go ahead and put a 777. I know this call is being recorded here. So if you're watching the recording, we love you, we honor you. But if you're here live with us, I know you guys can feel this energy. So this is absolutely amazing. Being one of the first and the only network marketing companies to bring legal copy trading with having a bulletproof team on the back end. I cannot explain to you how exciting that is. Now, past performance isn't necessarily indicative of future returns, right? We can never guarantee anything, but a personal performance standard that Jay and our team is holding our educators to is a minimum of a 2% monthly ROI after losses per trader. Okay. So if we have an educator that is personally doing a minimum of 2% per month on their account, and then you got 6 of these guys that are all on this app that are sending you ideas that you can one click to swipe, just think about what we can accomplish together as a service offering. We really want to disrupt the industry, and we want to, again, lead differently, right? We don't want to be better. We want to be able to be different. And that's because everything we do is intentional. It's not to make money. It's to help our user experience the market, learn, earn from the market. That's what it's all about. All righty. All right. So from there, let's keep moving over here just a little bit. Okay. Now from there, we also have our IQ Thrive. So I won't get too much into our IQ Thrive. This is our wellness area that we're launching. And the reason why we're launching wellness is one, it helps us with company registrations, but it's very important to understand that in the product world, you're either selling or being sold to. You're either a consumer or you're a producer. We all know the favorite products that we like. We know the coffee that we like to drink, the energy drinks that we like to drink. We know the supplements that we like and that we want and that we need. And we want to be able to build a product line here in the company that complements our education, and it complements and promotes health and longevity and vitality in your body as well. And it brings extra revenue to the company. It brings extra culture to the company. But most importantly, it delivers quality products to the market that makes sense. So we don't have any currently available in the Africa or in the America region, but we did just launch our 2 stem cell lines in Asia. We just we just became one of the only legally registered digital service education companies in the entire world in Asia. So we're actually here in Asia. We're doing these massive launch tours. We're very excited to be able to be here. They're very much into stem cell technology that is there to help you, lengthen your telomeres, just reduce stress, just vitalize the body, give you energy, cellular DNA repair. There's so much that we're doing here, and we're bringing some additional product lines which are going to be available globally, which is our wellness coffee, our IQ shot. This is going to be an energy shot that you can take and drink. And then what that shot is going to do, that shot is supposed to give you naturally occurring energies, but it's also going to increase your focus. So you can focus more when you're trading. You can focus more when you're working, right? It can give you that extra edge that you need if sometimes your mind is all over the place. So again, we just want to bring products to the market that make sense and that complement our education. All righty. Now, what is available globally is our brand new travel service that we just launched. And I'm very excited about this because as Calvin was talking about, our travel president, okay, Mr. Rob Baker, he's the gentleman that was a part of the whole Rovia company that was behind World Ventures. World Ventures was hands down the largest trading the largest travel network marketing company in the world, with millions of people around the world at that company. They filled up arenas with 50 to 80,000 people at their conventions. At their peak, they were doing over 900 group trips per month. There were people that were joining the company to not earn money. They were joining the company for the culture, to experience the world. And unfortunately, COVID, completely bankrupts and collapsed the travel space. And now that the world is open, now that the world is flowing again, they don't want to start an individual travel company in case there's another pandemic. So Rob came out of retirement and he helped us create and put together our entire travel program. So this travel program that we have is literally handcrafted and hand created by the godfather of travel in the network marketing and digital space. So we're very fortunate to be able to have Rob a part of our company. Now, why do we have travel? We have travel for this important reason. And I want to say this to everyone here because I'm extremely serious about what I'm going to say next, okay? There's going to be a day that we're all called home, and that's going to be the end of our life. And when we are called home and we're looking up at the sky and the life is fading from our body, the thing that we're going to remember is not the wealth that we've made. I'm a firm believer that wealth is always going to be the byproduct of doing what you love. You have to love what you do, and naturally your passion will become a paycheck. 100%. Okay? What you will remember though is you will remember the experiences that you had. You will remember the experiences with your loved one, your parents, your children. And one thing that studies have showed is that far too many people are too busy with life, too busy with working, that they are robbing themselves of experiences. So what is the purpose of doing all of this work? What is the purpose of making money if you cannot have fulfillment and enjoyment in your life? If you cannot take your team and your company, your family, your loved ones, your peers and your colleagues to be able to travel and explore the world at a discounted cost. Here at Iqonic, we have 2 primary travel services that's going to, 1, allow you to get discounts on your travel, but 2, we're initiating something called Iqonic Escapes. And those Iqonic Escapes are going to give you access to 6 to 12 different full-blown vacations every single year that you can join us on. You can meet the leaders on. You can bring your team and your family and your friends on to have full-blown vacations. So we want to be able to create that experience, and we want you guys to have that experience. So let's take a quick look at IQ Atlas over here. we have our online travel portal. It is one travel portal that works for the entire world. Okay, you get up to 80% savings on condos, hotels, cruises, vacation homes, and more. And it is an absolutely amazing, okay, travel portal that works. It's fully vetted, and we are partnered with so many different companies around the world. Thank you to the connections of our travel president over here. Now, in addition to that, we also have something called our experience passes. And you guys may know the experience passes. At Iqonic, you can offer unlimited experience passes absolutely for free to anyone that you love, anyone that you know, anyone that you come in contact with around the world. And what they save on the travel portal, you will earn in travel dollars. We already have a manual FAQ and dozens of results of people that have already used the service, earned travel dollars. Now, our travel dollars allow you to redeem hotel savings only. Okay, so the more that your travel portal is being used, the more money that you can save on hotels as you travel. And now, our travel portal also comes with a shopping network and a shopping discount. So we have partnerships to 10,000 different vendors around the world. Guys, you can get discounts on everything. You can get discounts on auto insurance, discounts on electronics, discounts on dining, discounts on food shopping, discounts on experiences, home, wellness, sports, cell phones, the movie theaters. I mean, you name it, it is on here. And while we're not saving a lot of money, okay, on every little thing, you know, I bargain shopped for a very, very, very long time. My CPA always tells me saving money is making money. Many spend less and you will have more. And I've learned to just make sure that I manage my finances properly. So this is a great way to be able to just to save on everything that you do. Okay. And you get that discount portal right over here that's available globally. Now, the heart of our business is our Iqonic Escapes. And this is the ability to travel the world. This upcoming January, we are going to Dubai on a leadership trip, which you guys can still qualify for. In February, we're going to our very first Iqonic Escape in Japan. Now, guys, listen to this, okay? The retail price and how our trips work are like this. If you ever want to just have a vacation and you wonder, how do the Iqonic Escape vacations work? It's very simple. Every Iqonic Escape is a 5-day, 4-night, 100% pure vacation where you can bring your friends and you can bring your family, even if they're not a part of the company, as long as you are attending the trip, okay? The price is all inclusive. It includes the taxes, it includes the insurance, it includes everything. And on these trips, what do you get? You get travel to and from the airport. You get all of the food covered. You get all of the experiences and excursions. Everything is covered for you on these trips. You just pay one price. Our first trip to Japan this upcoming February, okay, is actually valued at $2,200 per person. We are providing it for roughly $800 per person. And that comes with 2 people in the room. Guys, we are giving these absolutely amazing prices. So even if you're not with us on our first Iqonic Escape, we're going to be going to Japan, to Vietnam. We're going to Caribbean countries. We're going on a luxury cruise. You guys can come, and you guys will soon see that as more people are joining your business, as more people are experiencing more and living more and traveling more, they're going to become more cultured. They're going to become more excited. And we've seen, these companies build into the millions just providing travel and life experiences. And you're going to have that available here in your max packages as well. All righty. Now, going into that, we have a few different packages for the different markets, depending if you're international or local. So we have many, many different type of discounted packages that are available. Now, Mr. ID will go through all the package pricings that's available, what's included in those package pricing, and then any promotions that we have active at that particular time. All righty. But what I do want to get into is I want to get into our customer experience program. All right. Now, Mr. ID, are we going to be going through some of the compensation or just the customer loyalty on this call today?
The entire compensation plan, please. Just go into
Amazing.
That's it.
Amazing. All righty. So the heart of our company, the duplication of our company, is our customer loyalty program. Our customer loyalty program allows our members to get the entire membership completely waived, and they do not have to pay a monthly. This is our ambassador program. Instead of just living an iconic life, you can help other people become iconic as well. So the heart of our program is our 4 and no more. If you're somebody that's looking to build a massive business, this is the business model that you need to follow. With every person that you enroll, your first goal should be to get them to free. That should be your first role. So that way they can get access to our education, our technology, our travel. They can get access to all of it without paying a monthly price. All they need to do is simply refer 4 people to the company at the same package or greater, and their membership will be waived. That is our 4 and no more program. And from there, you also have the ability to become a rising star. And as a rising star, we use the residual commissions that you earn to pay for your membership. So as a rising star, your membership is covered. But what you do get to earn as a rising star, that's when you officially decide to go from a customer to a partner ambassador in our company. Okay. Every time you refer, you have the ability to earn anywhere from $50 to $100 in bonus for every single customer that you refer, while your membership is completely waived each and every single month, and you're accessing all of our trading technology. And at the same time, if you are continuing to refer, you can also accumulate travel points, and you can begin to attend some of our iconic escapes absolutely for free. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to bring Mr. Calvin Becerra back up here to go through the compensation plan with you guys. All righty. So our compensation plan works like the military. Okay. The higher you rank, the more money you can get paid in this program, ranging from $700 a month all the way to $1 million a month. And the best person to learn this compensation plan from is none other than our global advisor, who has built teams of over 2 million active people around the globe, Mr. Calvin Becerra. So with that being said, let me pass it back to Mr. Calvin over here.
All right, thank you, Manny. So I hope you guys, I hope all of our Nigerian teammates are enjoying the presentation, and those of you in Africa and around the world who are also on this call, thank you for sticking through it. I'm sure that you are impressed up to this point. Now it's my job to share with you how we earn in the company. Okay, first of all, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about obviously the volume in the company, right? I want to talk to you about how volume affects your income. So if you're building obviously on Iqonic team and you're building with our subscription-based platform that we offer, you're going to receive 100 CV every single time you pay for your subscription. When you enroll teammates into Iqonic, you're going to receive 100 CV every time someone joins, okay? So constantly 100 CV will be going in and out of your business. Your responsibility is to build 2 teams. You're going to build a left team and a right team. Your very first goal is to become a rising star. And all that you need to do is start your business, lay the foundation for the future of your business, okay? 2 teammates on the left side, 2 teammates on the right side, who all place an initial order. They all enroll on their subscription. They're going to pay every single month. It's 100 CV, and now you are a rising star. When you hit that very first level of 2 left and 2 right, you now have your monthly subscription covered by the commissions you make from hitting that level, okay? If your monthly subscription is $165 or $175, whatever it is, that is completely paid for by the commissions you earned by becoming a rising star. We call it 4 No More. It's a concept that I thought about more than 4 years ago. And it's a concept that when you teach people how to get the service for free, naturally you build a business and income that continues to climb and climb and climb. How incredible is it that our business has two parts. One, it is a service that helps you make money from the service. And two, when you show people how to get this service for free, you can make money on the affiliate side through passive income. So your very first goal is rising star, okay? The next level, as you show people how to do what you just did, how to get their service for free, 4 more people are joining, another 4 are joining, 4 more are joining over here, 4 more are joining right down here. Someone's getting started. They might enroll 2 right now, and the other one enrolls 1. But your business is building from that fundamental building block. It's a habit that people follow, and their goal is just to continue to help people get it for free. To get to the next level, it's called Silver Star, okay? You still only have your 2 personals enrolled on your left and right, but now your team grows to 7 and 7. Now you're making $700 a month, okay? Less your monthly subscription, all right? So if you think about it, it's pretty simple how you can continue to keep climbing up these ranks. As soon as your team grows to 30 and 30, now you're at $1,500 a month. And remember, your monthly commission gets paid weekly. So if you hit the gold star level and you're at the $1,500 monthly level, you're going to earn $375 each and every week. All right. As you continue to climb, the next level is 7,000 volume and 7,000 volume right and left. That's roughly 70 people on each team. Now you're at the $3,000 level. What's important to understand is that in this business, you are not alone. Someone introduced you to Iqonic, which means they're your sponsor. That person enrolls you on either their right or their left team, which means the sooner you get started on the right and left team, you lock in your position. And whenever they enroll another person on either the right or the left, those people go beneath you on either your right or left leg, meaning that your upline sponsor and team is also helping you build one of your teams constantly. As they're throwing people on their left and their right, those people are either going on one of the sides of the business or underneath you, which means they're helping you do the volume part of this business as well. The next rank is diamond. When you have 15,000 volume on your left and your right teams over a 4-week period. This volume is always over a 4-week consecutive period, okay? Whatever volume you do this week plus the last 3 weeks is what's required to hit each rank. So you have plenty of time to do all of this volume. When an order goes into your business, that volume stays in your business for 28 days. It does not go away for 28 days. So it continues to grow. It continues to compound. So that's how you hit these monthly and weekly levels. So the rank of diamond, you're earning $5,000 a month. That's $1,250 US a week. You have 15,000 points on your left and your right. In total, over a 4-week period, that's roughly 150 people on your left and your right team. Now, understand this. If we have incredible services that are working, if the customer experience is incredible, people will stay, okay? People will stay and use this. If people are making money, what do you think they do? They stay. So when your retention is high, these levels will hit very, very quickly. In the service-based business, when you have a product that helps you earn money, what do you think people are going to naturally do? They're going to tell everybody about it. So that's how this thing can grow and scale really quickly for you. When you have people like Manny Quinones and Jay Bonham behind our products and services, you know this thing will fly, all right? So the next rank is called Icon, and you see it highlighted on the screen. That's the $10,000 a month income level. Your goal should be Icon, because if you hit the Icon rank, not only is your life changed because you're earning $10,000 a month, but we are going to have a yearly Icon trip for all of the icons. And you want to be on that Icon trip because that's going to be an incredible trip that you could show off to the world, and it's going to help you recruit a lot of people into the business. But that is when you have roughly 300 people on each your left and your right team. That's $10,000 a month. That's $2,500 a week. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is this next slide, because it has many other income levels that other companies do not have. They're not willing to pay these types of income. You have the $15,000 income level at Icon Silver. That's when you have 500 left and 500 right. You have the gold level, Icon Gold, at $25,000 a month when you have 700 left and 700 right. The $50,000 level when you have 1,500 subscribers on your left team and 1,500 subscribers on your right team. The $100,000 level at Ambassador, which is a level that I've achieved in less than 12 weeks here at Iqonic. It's not the same level I was at my previous company, but I'm sure that I will get to that next level probably in the next couple months here, especially with the teams that are joining here, which is ridiculous, okay? But the ambassador level is $100,000 a month. How many of your lives can change? Put a number 1 in the chat if $100,000 a month can change your life. I know that the ones will go flying, of course, but I'm just telling you that if it's possible in a company, it's possible for everyone. It's just a matter of time, okay? As this thing grows wings and as it grows legs, it will create a wildfire, a fire throughout the world and throughout Africa, and we're going to be there with you every step of the way. The next level would be the imperial level. That's $250,000 a month when you have 7,000 right and 7,000 left subscribing members. That's $250,000 a month. That's $62,500 a week, which is crazy. Okay. And then you have crown at 500,000. Usually in most companies, they don't pay up to this much in a month. Or maybe this is the maximum, like the last company I left, $500,000 a month. And this is when you have 14,000 left and 14,000 right. There's no company in the industry that pays that much with only that little bit of subscribers, okay? And then the maximum level, that's legend. I have it highlighted on here because that is literally my goal. And I know this is possible because I've been a part of multi-billion-dollar companies with many million-dollar a month earners. I'm 44 years old. I've been in the industry for 21 years. I should expect this level in my business. And I do expect it. I know that we can do that here at Iqonic. But imagine this. If there are people here that can hit legend, what do you think it takes for people to hit legend? They need to create ambassadors. They need to create icons and elites and golds and imperials, right? So imagine all the success stories we'll have in our team when someone hits that legendary level. And that's $1 million a month with roughly 25 to 28,000 paying members in the company. Imagine that. Imagine that. I built a team of over 2 million people in network marketing, and there weren't companies that were willing to pay that. We pay that here. So everything is possible. Everything is possible here at Iqonic. That's the compensation plan. We also have, we don't have the Dubai thing in it. Let's see. We also have the Dubai Leadership Retreat. That is the next retreat that everybody here can earn. It's when you hit the $3,000 level and you hold it for 8 consecutive weeks. You're going to earn yourself a beautiful room at the Conrad Hotel in Dubai, an all-exclusive, all expenses paid experience in Dubai, one of my favorite cities in the world. We have many qualifiers already for Dubai. It's filling up, so go for that 3K rank. That's that very beginning rank here at Iqonic. But we are going to be giving leadership. We are going to be doing leadership retreat after leadership retreat multiple times a year, and we also are going to create that Iqonic rewards trip, and also we are going to create a rewards trip at that $100,000 level of the ambassador. And we will have many ambassadors in this company, but we're going to have an elite, life-changing, once-in-a-lifetime type of exclusive rewards trip for all of our ambassadors. So we want you guys to become ambassadors here at Iqonic. That's at the $100,000 level when you're earning $25,000 a week. I'm an ambassador, and I believe one of my teammates just hit ambassador or will hit ambassador in the next couple of weeks. So we have people in less than 12 weeks that are already hitting all of these ranks. I have a 25-year-old teammate that will hit ambassador. That's a $100,000 level. I have a 29-year-old that just hit the $25,000 level and is on his way to the $50,000 level. And we have many icons. We also have another ambassador in the Latin American market. That's around 33 years old. That's a $100,000 level. So I'm just telling you, the sky's the limit. But imagine what we will do in Africa together. So that's the compensation plan. It's very easy and simple to understand. In today's day and age, they want simplicity in network marketing. We have that here for you at Iqonic. So again, I appreciate you guys letting me take your time tonight to share with you my story, the vision for Iqonic, for letting Manny Q and Jay Bonham share our products and services, and letting me close it out with showing you how to earn money with the Iqonic compensation plan. So I'm going to give it back to you, Iqonic. Thank you so much.
Guys, I don't know what to say. I'm just speechless. I didn't even know all of these. I'm hearing somebody was chatting me privately. He said, is it enticing or is juicy? He would say, this is just amazing. Wow. Thank you so much, Calvin, Manny, Abdullah, and also Jay, for your time. I know we never planned, to just have it this much, but what we have tonight is life-changing. Guys, if you know you got information that is going to change your life to finish 2025 strong, put some fire emoji on the chat. Let's get this going. Fire going. Wow. Let me stop the recording. This is amazing, folks. Wow, 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 wow. I was just thinking where I was. Did I hear you correctly? Did